The CFMoto 450 MT is on everyone's lips. Everyone's talking about it and everyone talks about all the main features. But what I want to show you today is 7 features on the CFMoto 450 MT that are just nice, subtle little design features that really make this bike so much better. So we'll start from the front of the bike. And this is a more known feature, but it's this adjustable screen. So we can rack it straight down one-handed on either side, and we can have it low for when we're off-road riding, so we can get our head out front when we're being aggressive and attacking. But at the same time, it's got a decent amount of height that lifts it up and provides reasonable wind protection when you're on the highway. Because it's one-hand adjustable, it just means that you can change it on the fly. It's just a really nice feature that means that you don't have to necessarily go away and change your screen out. So number 2 is the fact that it's got built-in USB ports, but it goes a little bit further than that, and not everyone mentions this, but it's actually got USB-A and USB-C. Now, not many bikes I know of have both of those, so I think that's really good of CFMoto to include that. So now I can have my Aochi C6 Pro powered from the USB-A port, but I can also plug in my phone from the USB-C port, and I'm trying to switch over to everything being on USB-C, so that's really, really nice to have both ports in the bike built in. Part number 3 is these adjustable levers. So we've got adjustable clutch and brake levers. I know quite a few bikes have that, but not at this price point, and it's got a good range of adjustment. And it just means, again, that you can get the bike set up comfortably to exactly how you want. You can have the bite point where you want it to, you can have the brake point where you want it to be, and it just means that you haven't got to go away and buy third-party accessories again. And all of these features really are helping to save you money. So not only is the bike itself cheap, or at least reasonably priced, but also you haven't got to go and spend a ton of money on adjustments and making the bike your own. And it also has foldable pegs. So you drop the bike, this would normally be the first thing to bend or snap, but here we've got adjustment on both the gear shift and also on this side on the brake pedal. And it's just, again, those things, these are parts that a lot of people put on, third-party parts that, again, you're going to have to spend a little bit of money on. On this bike, it just comes with it, and it just, again, is going to save you a little bit of money. And it's just a nice, thoughtful feature that they bothered doing that. They didn't have to on a bike priced like this, but they have. Number 5 would be, we've got these foot pegs. They fold in as well. But look at the size of them. They're a nice, wide foot peg. I don't immediately feel the need to upgrade them. And they come with rubber inserts, but the rubber inserts just come out very, very easily. They're not secured in, so they're just hooked in here. And so they're easily removable. And so one of the first things I did was take the rubber inserts out. And I've got a nice wide platform there for my motocross boots, and it just gives you a nice stable platform to ride off when you're standing up off-road particularly. And because it's a twin, it's nice and smooth, so I'm not noticing lots of engine vibration down there. And if you look over here on my CRF 300L, you'll see that I've actually paid to put on Zeta foot pegs, and they're not much wider, in fact, if any wider than the ones that come as stock on the 450 MT. The fact that they give us, when you buy it, they give us, certainly over here in the Philippines, they give us a choice of a low or a high fender. So this part here, it can be a low one, a pretty standard size one, but I had the choice, do I want the one with the high fender or the low fender? And that was actually at no extra cost. I think maybe it's an additional part in Australia, Europe and America. You guys let me know in the comments. But for me, being able to choose the fender height is really, really useful, because guys who are going to take it more off-road, you're going to want that space between the tire and the fender for mud clearance. I know I saw in quite a few of the initial reviews, people had low fender versions and the mud was getting chocker. And so being able to have that choice out of the factory or off the showroom floor, I thought was a really, really nice thing. For me, the high fender is the one to go with, because I like to do quite a bit of off-road trail riding on this bike, and also I think it looks better. But at least you got the choice. Now the next thing is the fact that this seat here, this is the standard seat I've got on, but they have a lower seat and they have a higher seat, and it just makes the bike really accessible for everyone. So for me, I'm 6 foot tall with a 32.5-inch inside leg, and this seat is probably a little bit low for me. But because I'm flat footing it so easily, it is pretty confidence inspiring. But for anyone who's slightly shorter than me, anyone sort of 5'8" and below, this bike's really accessible, and it's because of this low seat. And then they also have a lower version as well, and they have a rally seat which is higher, which brings the foam more straight across here. I'm putting on the rally version on my bike. I'm just waiting on it. I'm waiting on a few parts at the moment. But not only the seat height is changeable, but if we go down here into the shock, if we just look up here, we have also got the option to change the height here. So we can drop the height by a few millimeters here as well with this bolt in the bottom of the shock. So again, you know, you're given adjustment here of a few mils. You're given the potential or the opportunity to change the seat out. The bike is so thoughtfully put together. Now, I know a lot of people come online and they're saying, oh, CFMoto 450, Chinese, dodgy, blah, blah, blah. I look at the build quality of this bike. You know, I don't want to count my chickens before they're hatched, but it is well put together. It is a well put together bike. There's nothing on it for me that feels particularly cheap. And the fact they give you so many options to customize it to your liking just means that it's appealing to so many different people. I just think it's a really, really thoughtful bike and really well put together. And they thought of lots of little features on it that just mean that when you buy the bike, you haven't got to go away and then work out, okay, well, what third-party parts have I got to now put on it in order to actually make it your own and make it comfortable and make it feel how you want to feel. And I haven't even mentioned the foldable mirrors, which again is a brilliant, thoughtful touch. I've got some fantastic videos coming up where we'll be using this luggage from Westwind Moto. It's really, really high quality stuff, but we'll go through that in another video. I haven't been out particularly on the bikes this week because my daughter's teething and I've had about 3 hours sleep at night. So I hope you can understand that. I'm hoping next week to go up and get some parts fitted to the 450 MT. I also have to go up and get a rear wheel put on my V-Strom 800 DE because it's got a recall on the tire. So next week I might be doing those. I'm really wanting to get out and do this ride through the mountains in Cebu. Just got to find time for it, but when I do it, I'll try and make it, you know, an interesting and exciting video. It should be an awesome ride, that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching all my latest videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe. That's it for now. Have a good one, and I'll see you on the next video.